Okay, in this video, we're going through our lesson check, which you're going to complete before our next block. So if you look at number 1 and number 2, I don't know why the numbers don't go from Google Slides to PowerPoint so easily. We're going to see that number 1 is asking us how many moles of diatomic oxygen, which is O2, are formed from 15 moles of Fe2O3. So remember, when we're starting with these, we want to have our given go first. And that's going to be the moles from our problem, mole A, and then we need mole A to cancel out on the bottom with mole B on top for it. Now remember, for this conversion factor, we get it from our coefficients, aka those front numbers for it. So we'll see that we're starting with 15.0 mol Fe2O3. We're going to need mole of Fe2O3 on the bottom. So we go back to our balanced chemical equation, we see that we have 2 moles there. Then we need to find out how many moles of diatomic oxygen, which is O2. We see its coefficient is 3 for it. So hopefully you have your calculator ready to go. We're going to do our top first, which is 15.0 times 3. We're going to get 45 here. And then we multiply the bottom, which is 1 times 2. So we're going to do 45 divided by 2. And we get 22.5 as our answer. Now, how many moles, or not how many moles, how many sig figs are in 15.0? We see that that's 3 sig figs, and our answer is already in 3 sig figs for it too. Notice that our mole of Fe2O3 cancels out, and we would see that it is going to be moles of O2 for it. And that takes us through our first one in our lesson check. Now let's look at our next one for it. It says how many moles of carbon monoxide, that's my B, I don't know, are formed from 8.5 moles of carbon. That's my A and what I'm looking for. So I'm going to write 8.5 mol of C here. Then I need mole of C here to cancel out. I look for that number as my coefficient, so I'm going to see that that's 5. And then I see that I have 4 moles of CO right there. Notice that we're going to have our mole of C and our mole of C cancel out. Now let's put it in our calculator ready to go. We're going to have 8.5 times 4. So our top is going to be 34. And then our bottom is 1 times 5 is 5. So right now we're going to do 34 divided by 5. And we get 6.8. Now 6.8 has 2 sig figs, and so does 8.5. So we are good to go. Notice that we would have MOLCO as our final answer for this lesson check. So this takes us through how to complete a mole-to-mole conversion.